Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber, a new subscriber, or you are coming from a video you have previously watched on my channel, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to be doing a requested video. I had a really nice lady email me and asking me if I could do a video on how to get a needle out of the machine. She had a issue where the needle got stuck in the machine, and truthfully I'm not sure how to get a stuck needle out because I've never experienced a needle being physically stuck in the machine. But I'm going to walk you through the process on how you replace a needle. And that's going to show you exactly how to take the needle out. And especially on the Brother SE625 machine, embroidery and sewing machine, there are a couple little steps that you have to do that is a little different than other machines. Usually on other machines, you can just either turn the hand wheel to raise and lower your machine. And of course, you can still do that with this machine. But what we're going to do first is you're going to check your needle. And you want to make sure that your needle, you will have a straight side. And you can see this side here, how it is flat on that side. You can see how it's all nice and flat there. And this side's circular. And you can see that it's nice and flat on that one side. And I'm really sorry if I'm not getting that, but you can definitely see how that side's flat. And if you do not have one of these little handy tools, this is a Dritz needle threader, and it's specifically made for threading a sewing machine. And it's got a little tool here and a little hook for your thread portion, but that's not the part that we're going to be using today. We're going to be using this little part right here, and you can see how one side's flat and one side's rounded. That is the portion that we're going to be using. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my foot off the machine just to get it out of the way. And I do have a bobbin in the machine, and we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so like I said, you're going to want to make sure that your needle is in good condition. You want to make sure that your needle's not bent. And there are ways to do that. You can take a hard piece of plastic or cardstock. You can even use just your tabletop, but you want to put it somewhere where it's going to lay flat. So take the flat part of the needle and lay it down against the table. And you want to make sure that you can get a good angle of it. And I'm going to try to, let me see if I can find a little piece of paper here. And that, I don't think a piece of paper is going to work. I think I'm going to have to find a, let me see, I got a piece of card here. And get you a little better view here. So you're going to want to lay your needle flat. And I know a lot of people have problems with telling whether their needle is bent or not. But if you lay your needle flat, you can look, whoops, it's moving around. You can lay it flat, and if it bows up, you have a bent needle. Okay? So if the tip of the needle's bent up or the needle's bent sideways, you're going to be able to see if it's bent. So this one's a good needle. And I'm going to take the old needle out that I have in the machine and put this new one in. So I'm going to put that one right here for now. So what you want to do to replace the needle is you are going to make sure that your button right here, your needle up, needle down button is up. And I'm going to put the foot back on to kind of help with this portion. and you'll be able to see a little bit better. So I have my foot up, but I'm going to go ahead and put it down so you can see the needle, and I have my foot down. I'm going to actually zoom in, and hopefully we will be able to see this okay. And let me turn you a little bit. Okay, let's see. Give me just a minute. I'm going to readjust the camera so we can really get down in there and see really good. I will be right back. Okay, so I have a little bit where we can see the needle up, needle down button. You can see that the foot down is down on the machine, and you want to make sure that you press the needle position button once or twice to raise the needle. So I have it, the needle's down now, so you're going to raise it all the way. So you want to make sure that you have your needle up button. And again, the hand wheel works as well. Okay. And once your needle is up in the up position, you're going to, it says place fabric or paper under the presser foot to cover the hole in the needle plate to prevent the needle from falling into the machine. So that is a good tip. I'm going to go ahead and raise the presser foot back up so I can remove the presser foot. And I'm going to go ahead and do what it says to go ahead and cover that hole, just because it does say that in the manual. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use this handy dandy little tool. And again, where the flat portion, you can see the flat portion here, where that comes in, you're going to want to put that straight back. So you're going to slide that right on top of the, or right onto the needle. And let's get it actually on the needle. And you're going to put it up. And this is going to give you a good grip on the needle. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do before that step is you're going to want to go over to your machine on this button right here, and you're going to lock it. See where I locked it? Where it locks out the screen for safety. Okay. It recommends that you do that in the manual. So we want to go ahead and follow the manual instructions. So, okay, so we have it locked out. Then what you're going to do is go ahead and put your needle, your handy dandy needle holder back on. And you're going to raise it up to, so it's flush to the bottom of the needle. And I really hate the little, show you here, the little screwdrivers that actually come with the sewing machines that look like the little this thing. Let me grab it out of my little toolbox here. These little things that looks like the washer, I hate these. I fumble them, and it's just, I don't like them. But if that's all you have, make sure you have your little tool. But I stole a little stubby screwdriver from my husband, and it works fantastic because it gives me something to actually grip on better than that little thing. So as you can see, the little needle holder is still up there because I pushed it upwards. Okay. So what you want to do is you're going to take this screw right here, and you're going to loosen it. And you're going to turn it towards you. And I always make sure it's tightened really well. So I'm going to loosen it. And I've got it loose. And when it's loose enough, you're going to see it. See how the whole pin thing right here moves around? That's what you want. And then all you got to do is lower it. And your needle comes right out. Okay. So now you got your needle out. And then you're just going to do the reverse to put the needle right back in. So we're going to take our new needle, and I almost dropped it on the floor, and I'm going to take that flat portion And I'm going to make sure it's facing towards the back. And I'm going to place it right into the little needle threader holder. And I'm going to push it down in there so I know it's nice and taut inside the holder. And I'm going to take it right back to the machine. Place it right back up into where the little hole is. I'm going to finger tighten. And I'm going to make sure I hold the needle holder the whole time. And just make sure it's finger tight. And then I'm going to turn it back. So I'm turning it towards the back of the machine. And make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to just remove the needle threader. And that's how easy it is to actually remove your needle and to replace it. But what you really have to make sure is that your needle is up and that you have it up as far as it's going to go. And like I said, I've never had a problem with a needle actually getting stuck and jammed into the machine. And in our email correspondence, I was asking her if she had tried using pliers or anything like that to pull it. And they were eventually able to get the needle out of the machine. But I told her I would go ahead and do the video for her. So once you have the needle back into the machine, you're going to come back over here and you're going to hit your unlock button and unlock and raise your foot. Oh, our foot's already done. And we're done. All you have to do is put your foot back on and you're ready to go. Yeah, like I was saying, if you get your needle jammed, the only thing I can think of is if you cannot get that out with the pliers, like I mentioned to you in the video, or in our emails when I was corresponding with you, if it happens again, I would highly recommend taking it to a repair tech, because it could be that maybe something is damaged on the inside where the needle goes up in. I really don't know. But that's how you remove the needle and replace the needle, is just make sure that your needle is in the up position, that your presser foot is raised, or your presser foot is lowered. It doesn't say, I don't see anywhere where it says to raise or lower the presser foot. So I don't think that is a necessary step. But I like having it down just because it gives me a little bit more room and visual. So, yeah. If you have any more questions, please comment down below or email me again. I'm going to try to get this video posted as soon as possible. And we will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.